We just had a beautiful dinner in the olive grove celebrating the release of our spring allocation. After the meal, we welcomed everybody back to the hacienda to have dessert by the fires, and we served buñuelos, which are a sweet, doughy fritter from Veracruz. And for this meal, I turned to Diana Kennedy for inspiration in planning the menu. Diana Kennedy was an iconic woman who spent her life touring around Mexico, learning the traditional regional cooking of the country. So we're gonna flavor our buñuelos with aniseed, so I'm gonna get that toasting. Now I'm just gonna pound this in the mortar and pestle. Okay, so to start building our dough, I'm gonna combine water, a little bit of sugar, some salt, butter, and the aniseed. Now I'm just gonna melt the butter and bring it to a low simmer, and then we'll whisk in our flour. So now I'm just mixing this so it all comes together into a ball and it'll start to pull away from the sides. So I'm just gonna cook it here for a minute max. I'm transferring the dough into a bowl so that way it can cool a little bit. I'm gonna crack some eggs and whisk them up, and we'll knead them into the dough mix. Okay, so I'm kneading the dough so it's very smooth, one totally smooth ball. And now we can start mixing in some of the egg. So I'm just gonna incorporate this a little at a time. Now I'm just gonna mix in a little baking powder, and then we can start shaping the buñuelos. I have a little bowl of water. The dough's kind of sticky, so having wet hands will help the dough not stick to your hand. So first I'm gonna make a little ball and then press it, flatten it out a little bit, and then punch a little hole in the middle with my finger. So once we have our shaped buñuelo, we can drop it in the fryer. Here's a pot full of oil and it's at about 350 degrees. And we'll just drop it right in. So once they have a little golden brown on one side, you can flip it over. It smells amazing. You can really smell that aniseed coming out. Now these are nice and golden brown. So I'm just landing these on a paper lined tray to soak up a little bit of that oil. So once these are fried, we're just going to toss them in some cinnamon and sugar. Get a nice coating. And then once you have a nice coating, they're ready to go. Okay, let's taste one while it's nice and warm. Crunchy on the outside. You can smell that anise and the cinnamon and the sugar. So good. It's light and airy and sweet and so decadent. It's a very fun way to finish a dinner.